Welcome back to Hornbill TV Explainer. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Alnguli. Our parents used to tell us those days that tigers were very common in Naga forests. You can ask your parents about the rare animals in the forest around Mokchong, Akuluto, or even Mountie in Woka. You'll be surprised that the kind of plants and animals they describe to you now may be found only on Google Images. There used to be a photography studio in Woka town that had on its showpiece a photograph of Naga villagers posing with a killed tiger, and it was a huge thing for all of us those days. Our motifs and designs on our tribal attires and also on our ornaments, they have a lot of animals, elephants and tigers. These animals are not common to Nagaland, at least now. Our ornaments, the original ones, ivory for instance, include tiger fangs and claws. This piece of our history may suggest that the animal was common before urbanization and random development invaded our forests and lands. By the way, if you are interested, villagers of Midzibima shot a tiger on February 29, 2016. Tigers have never been officially recorded from Nagaland for decades, and this could have been a rare conservation opportunity for Nagaland. But Nagaland, you know, you see a sparrow and you just shoot it, you see a frog and you eat it. And of course, another Naga delicacy was or is monkey meat. Monkeys were common to Naga forests. So ladies and gentlemen, ask your parents about it, your grandparents too. It was common even as recent as 20-30 years ago. During my youth, villagers used to trap or hunt monkeys in the forest to consume or to sell. So do you consume monkey meat? But we are not going to talk about food, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to talk about science. Scientists and researchers in China have created a chimera monkey. But this is not your regular monkey like your siblings who are always annoying you. This monkey that the scientists in China created has almost glowing green eyes, and of course it has glowing fingertips. Chimera means mixed, a hybrid. According to global media houses including the CNN, this hybrid monkey has two sets of DNA, ladies and gentlemen. It was the product of an experimental work. That's what the CNN reported earlier. The monkey was a chimera. A chimera is defined as a single organism that is made up of cells that derive from more than just two parents. Different animals, different species, different parents. Now, the monkey reportedly lived for about 10 days before it was euthanized, meaning the poor animal was medically killed. Euthanasia is the act of permitting the death of hopelessly sick or injured animals, such as persons or domestic animals, killing them in a painless way to limit or to stop their suffering. Now, the animal, the monkey in question, was made by combining stem cells from the cynomolgus monkey with a genetically distinct embryo from the same monkey species. The cynomolgus monkey is the one we know today as the crab-eating monkey, a primate that is used in biomedical research. Now, researchers say it is the world's first live birth of a primate chimera created with stem cells. A proof of concept study detailing the research was published on Thursday in the scientific journal Cell. That's the name of the journal. It said it was notable that the monkey was substantially chimeric, containing a varying but relatively high ratio of cells that grew out of the stem cells throughout its body. The CNN report stated that the monkey's cells were infused with a green fluorescent protein. That was for the researchers to be able to determine which tissues had grown out of the stem cells. So now here is the question, why would you want to create primates with green eyes or fingers, or want to create fish that have purple hair in the first place? Conservation of species, or at least that's what the researchers and scientists are telling the media. Here is what the researchers say in their objective in creating chimeric monkeys. This quote is from the study's co-author Miguel Esteban, the principal investigator at the Guangzhou Institute of Biomedicine and Health, Chinese Academy of Sciences, and also a researcher with the BGI Research Hangzhou, a non-profit arm of the Chinese genetics firm BGI. He said, "It is encouraging that the live birth monkey chimera had a big contribution of stem cells to the brain, suggesting that indeed this approach should be valuable for modeling neurodegenerative diseases." So, monkey chimeras have potential enormous value for species conservation if they could be achieved between two types of non-human primate species, one of which is endangered species, he said. Now, this is the logic, ladies and gentlemen. In the event an animal species is endangered, if there is contribution of the donor cells from the endangered species to the germline, one could believe that through breeding of animals of this species together, that endangered animal species can be reproduced. Now, meaning species, especially endangered species or those on the brink of extinction, could theoretically be reproduced using the same technology and process that was used in creating the monkey chimera that we're talking about. Now, according to the CNN, the team cultured 9 stem cells using cells removed from 7-day-old monkey embryos. The researchers then made the cells pluripotent, meaning giving them the ability to organize into all the different cell types needed to create a live animal. Again, the report said they selected a subset of cells to inject into genetically distinct 4 to 5-day-old embryos from the same monkey species. Later, these embryos were implanted into the female monkeys. This resulted in 12 pregnancies and 6 live births. Now, according to the report, one of the monkeys that was born and a fetus that miscarried were substantially chimeric, meaning they contained cells that grew out of the stem cells throughout their bodies. According to the study, it is reported that the percentage of stem cells in the monkey's tissue ranged from about 21% to 92%, with an average of 67% across 26 different types of tissue that were tested, according to the study. Now, the percentage was notably high in the brain tissue. That's what the report said. Biotechnology can sound straight out of a sci-fi movie, ladies and gentlemen, but its history is actually well documented, but also equally controversial. In fact, for all chimerism aspects are not created in laboratories, ladies and gentlemen. For instance, there is natural chimerism which occurs naturally. In 1953, a human chimera was reported in the British Medical Journal. A woman was found to have blood containing 2 different blood types. Apparently, this resulted from her twin brother's cells living inside her body. Interestingly, a 1996 study found that such blood group chimerism in humans is not rare. So you could be having 2 blood types, you never know. So it is a mixed event there where you have 2 different types of DNA or blood types, and this is called natural chimerism. There is also another type of chimerism called unintentional chimerism. For instance, the DNA content of semen from an assault case in 2004 matched that of a man who had been in prison at the time of the assault. This was a case. He had been a bone marrow donor for his brother, who was later found to have committed the crime. Again, in 2008, a man was killed in a traffic accident in South Korea. To identify him, authorities used his DNA, and they analyzed his DNA, but the results revealed that the DNA of his blood, along with some of his organs, appeared to show that this person was actually female. It was later determined that he had received a bone marrow transplant from his daughter. The third type, again, ladies and gentlemen, is human-animal chimerism. Human-animal chimeras include humans having undergone non-human to human xenotransplantation. Xenotransplantation is the transplantation of living cells, tissues, or organs from one different species to another different species, from animal to human, for example, human to animal. For instance, animal organs are transplanted into humans. According to records, the first stable human-animal chimeras to actually exist were first created by the Shanghai Second Medical University scientists in 2003. This was reportedly the result of having fused human cells with rabbit eggs. China seems to be leading in the biomed technology, ladies and gentlemen, all these stories. Again, in 2017, a human pig chimera was reported to have been created by scientists. The chimera was also reported to have about 0.001% human cells, with a balance being pig or swine cells. Scientists say that they hope to use this technology to address the shortage of donor organs one day. The medical science and biotechnological world continues to face controversy over ethical issues in this regard. Some of the more controversial aspects of it include the idea of human-animal chimeras, which contain some human cells and some cells from other species such as animals, non-human elements. On their defense, though, scientists hope that part human chimeras may one day help to fill the demand for organ transplants. You may be aware that recently researchers had reported that they had grown kidneys containing mostly human cells inside pig embryos. The use of monkeys in scientific research is as much controversial because of ethical concerns about mistreatment and animal welfare. It is reported that in the United States, research on non-human primates made up of at least 0.5% of all animals used in scientific research, according to a report by the panel of the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering and Medicine that was released in May. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Al Nguli. See you next time.